Hey guys, it's Troy here, and it's time to share another pen that I've been wanting to bring to you for a while now. And this is a second pen that I've gotten from independent custom pen maker Mike Green. I've shared with you already one of the pens that I got from Mike, and it's this one right here. That nice, beautiful black Ebonite, and it's still inked up, and I still use it from time to time. So that is here on my desk. Well, I picked up another pen from Mike, and quite honestly, I got it at a really good deal. And the reason being was that Mike was celebrating just 1 year in business. 1 year. And it's hard to believe that he's come this far and done this well in the 1 year plus now that he has been in business. And he was having a big sale, 30% off all of his pens at that point in time. So I just jumped at it. We were on a Zoom call together, Mike and myself and some others, and he was sharing some of the pens that he was going to bring to the Chicago Pen Show. And when he was showing this one, I said, yeah, I really kind of like that one. And eventually, during the course of that Zoom call, I said, I tell you what, that particular pen, just invoice me. And he did, and so I've got it. One of the things that Mike does with all of his pens, and I probably forgot to show you the last time I did, is his wife makes these little custom pen beds or pen sleeves. I've heard them called pen sleeping bags, but custom made by her out of terry cloth. And this particular pen came in this coral colored one. And one of the things that Mike does as well is he gives a handwritten note that he does with all of his pens. So, Mike does a nice little personal touch on stuff, and I greatly appreciate it. And of course, Mike's Pen Fun. His website, mikespenfun.com. So there's his contact information, so we'll set that aside. And I'm not going to read you the note, but he actually handwrites a note with the pen that you purchase. One of the cool things about Mike too is he lets you pick your nib, and on this particular pen I picked a 1.1 stub. I've shared several times that Ebonite is my absolute favorite. I think the more I use it over the years, Ebonite has tended to be my favorite material from which to make pens. So when I saw this one right here, this multi-swirl Ebonite, I said, now that is cool. I like it. And one of the things I like about it is it's oversized. I tend to like oversized pens. I love the feel, of course, of Ebonite. It looked really neat. It was very different. Didn't have a roll stop on it, which is the only thing that I'm thinking I may not quite like quite as much about it, is that it doesn't have a roll stop. Now, roll stop objection aside, I actually really like this pen. I like the size of it. I like the nice little beveled rounded edges. I like the flat end and how he does a nice job of rounding those off. You're not going to be able to post a pen like this. It's not meant to be posted. And I can deal with that because, quite honestly, with a pen this large, you really don't want to be posting it anyway. But he did a really nice job, too, of cutting that material so that when you thread them back together, it generally looks like that Ebonite swirl pattern kind of stays together. So he does a really nice job of how he cut it. And it is, of course, going to be a screw off top. And there you've got a nice, beautiful, and I said 1.1 stub is what I had installed on this. So he has a Bach 1.1. It is a cartridge converter pen. He did include, by the way, a couple of cartridges that I'll probably never use because I've got a nice converter in here. Nice long turn for those threads on that converter. You can tell I've been using it quite a bit because I've had to go ahead and prime that a little bit and push the ink, chase it down into that section. But for me, this is believe it or not, a very comfortable writing pen because it fits my big old paw pretty well. I've used it extensively. I have written with this an awful lot, and I've already had to go through some refills with it. And what did I choose to put in here for ink? How about this? One of the things, you line up your threads. You can cross-thread it if you don't get it right. There you go. but I put in some Diamine Earl Grey. This is a gray ink that I've been trying here lately. Some pen pals had used it. I don't know if it's a fairly new ink from Diamine or not, but I did like how it looked on the page. So I went ahead and I purchased an entire bottle, having seen it from some use by some pen pals. So let's go ahead and put these two pens side by side. I mean, they are not identical. They're very similar. But let's see, they're not the exact same length. They're very close, which is fine with me because this is the style that I wanted. This one here is just a hair girthier than this one. This one is just a hair longer than this one. How does Mike's pen here stack up to some others? Well, I got out a couple of other pens here out of my collection just to put them side by side. A Mont Blanc 149, a TWSBI Diamond 580, and a Pelikan M1000. So that should give you an idea of how this particular pen, and quite honestly his other Ebonite pen, do stack up in terms of size. You know, the longer, the girthier pens, it's right in there, and it does very well for me in that. One of the neat things about Mike is he is a custom maker, and he doesn't do just Ebonite work, by the way. He has a whole lot of acrylics that he uses. I know that on Instagram he just shared where he just bought a whole bunch of new acrylics from 3 different suppliers. I encourage you to go to his website, mikespenfun.com, and I even showed you in a previous video some of the different pens that he has, where I did a little video of going through his website and put that on. So I encourage you to go look at that other video and take a look at some of the things that you can see there. Also, just go to his website and enjoy it. One of the things too that Mike wanted to do is he wanted to offer you 15% off your purchases if you just use the discount code TROY, T-R-O-Y. All you need to do is reach out to Mike, and when you go to order the pen, just use my name, T-R-O-Y, for 15% off your order. Mike does custom work, so I've seen some pens that he's done for people where he has created something that he didn't have in his catalog previously, and some beautiful work that I've seen, and some friends of mine absolutely love them. So let's go ahead and give you all the statistics that you need in order to determine whether this is the kind of thing that you want. So I'm going to give you, the length, width, weight, and all that happy stuff. And then I'll actually open up this particular book and we'll do a writing sample with that beautiful 1.1 stub and the Diamine Earl Grey. You know everything you want to know about a particular pen like this. Let's go ahead now. I can't use that page. I've already got some smudges in it. Let's go ahead and take this pen and let's put a nib to paper. Lay down some ink so you can see why I like this particular pen. So this is a Mike Green custom pen. It was an Ebonite swirl. This had a 1.1 stub nib. I will tell you that this particular nib likes little grittier paper, or more of a standard type paper, which is more what this is, rather than like the really slick paper. It doesn't necessarily like the Rhodia and the Clairefontaine as much as it really works well on pages like this. That's just from experience, and that's not uncommon. I've got pens who don't write fantastically well on stuff like Clairefontaine. But this pen with this nib, in my understanding, is he has all of his nibs professionally tuned, but I've been very happy with the way this nib has performed. Every time I've picked it up, it's done very well. This Bach 1.1 stub. So there you go. All right, Mike's Pen Fun. Handcrafted pens made in Minnesota. I've enjoyed my interactions with Mike. He's very responsive. He's got some really neat pictures that he puts up on Instagram, so I encourage you to go check him out on Instagram. There's his IG identification, his website, his email, even his phone number there for you. So I encourage you. And remember, 15% off if you use discount code Troy when you reach out to Mike if you want to order something. I've been happy with Mike's pens. And I know several others who have ordered from him. I personally know these people, and they also have been enjoying Mike's craftsmanship. Mike's done a great job. Considering he's only been doing this semi-professionally for about a year, he's actually done some really good quality work, and I've been happy with it. Not once, but twice. I'm a repeat customer, and I'm sure I'll be back to buy some more pens from Mike. There's some great independent makers out there. I've ordered from several of them over the years, and I'll continue to support them as best I can. And Mike was just one of those. When I saw this one, I said, yeah, gotta have that here in my hand. So I'm enjoying it. 2 Ebonite pens, 2 oversized pens, different nibs on them, different look to them, same great feel, same great writing experience. So there you go. All right, guys, Mike's Pen Fun. Thanks for watching, and I've got some more videos planned, and that will be out shortly. Thanks. Bye.